The new Unicorns operation mode in Love and Deepspace looks incredible. But let's be real, it can feel super confusing when you first jump in. If you've been staring at those exploration nodes wondering where to even start, you're not alone, and this video's here to help. I'll walk you through the basics, break down what actually matters when you're just starting out, and share simple tips that'll save you time and a lot of frustration. You've got this. Let's make Unicorns operation way easier together. First off, to unlock this Unicorns operation, your hunter level needs to be at least 45, and you should have finished chapter 413 of Under Deepspace. Once you're in, your mission takes you to a place called Tanakali. There, you'll team up with different factions, deal with random encounters, and try to bring things back to normal in a region that's all messed up. The goal is to clear all the points on the map. If you quit halfway or lose a fight, that run will still count as an operation, but it'll be marked as failed. At the end of every run, all the gear, Kali stones, and items you picked up will be reset, so you always start fresh. What's cool is that whichever companion you bring with you changes how the story plays out. Every companion gives you a new perspective, and each mission throws different challenges and bonuses your way. So, no two runs feel exactly the same. Once you finish a run, you'll get Unicorns points, mastery, and gold based on how well you did. You use those points to unlock rewards like diamonds, daily outfits, accessories, and awakening hearts. There are 3 difficulty levels: easy, hard, and challenge. And the harder the run, the better the rewards. But there's a cap. You can only earn up to 2,000 Unicorns points every 2 weeks. After that, you can still earn mastery, just not points. You can also earn gold rewards up to 20 times per cycle. Both the point cap and gold reset every 2 weeks. Later on, when an operation has been out for a while, the point cap will be lifted for it. That means you'll be able to grind that mission freely until you hit the highest reward level. In Unicorns operation, factions play a pretty big part in how your mission plays out. As you go through the map and make choices, you'll build up influence with 3 main groups: Tanakali, the Rangers, and Deepspace Academy. The more you interact with them, and the more your choices line up with what they care about, the more they'll trust you. As your influence grows, each faction can give you a special skill to use in battle. But here's the catch. You can only use one faction's skill at a time in any single fight. The decisions you make don't just affect the battles, they also open up new places to explore within each faction's territory. Influence might even change how they act during key story moments, leading to totally different endings depending on who you've sided with the most. You'll notice that any event or spot on the map tied to a faction will match their color: green for Tanakali, orange for Rangers, and blue for Deepspace Academy. Some events are multicolored, which means they'll affect multiple factions, like boosting one while lowering another. Gray ones don't impact any faction at all. Every faction has 3 abilities you can unlock at influence levels 30, 80, and 150. To get all the intel about each faction, you'll need to explore multiple endings and play through the story with most of the love interests. In doing operations, you'll move around using a big panoramic map that shows different areas to explore. You get to pick where you want to go, and every choice you make along the way can affect the story's outcome, so pay attention to where you're headed. Each area on the map has waypoints you can visit. These waypoints let you either level up your battle strength, gain faction influence, or trigger events. The operation begins at Echo of Kali 1, then moves through Bustling Town, and ends with Echo of Kali 2 and the epilogue. In Echo of Kali 2, you'll explore places like the residential district, research grounds, town center, and even a rainforest. Different waypoints trigger different types of events. Encounters are story moments you can't skip once you start. Crises are like unstable zones with tougher choices, kind of like dilemmas from Abyssal Chaos. Recreations are chill mini-games where you compete in themed challenges and earn influence points or items. Lucky waypoints give you random rewards like gear, items, or Kali stones. Battle waypoints are where you'll fight wanderers. If you win, You can either take gear or choose Kali stones instead. These battles often give the most faction influence. Area sentinels are tougher boss fights you have to beat to move forward. There are also shops in some areas where you can grab limited time items. You might also come across special encounters. These are important because they give you rare items that unlock special endings. Some story events and crises are hidden behind certain faction influence levels, or only show up if you make specific choices. So if you want to see everything the game has to offer, it's worth exploring carefully and playing through more than once with different strategies. During exploration, every time you move to a new spot or waypoint on the map, you'll use up something called action points or AP. At the start of a mission, your action points can't go below 0, but once you unlock some special exploration skills, you can keep going even if you're running on empty. Just know that going into negative points means both you and your companion will be weaker in battle, so it's smart to keep an eye on your AP and plan ahead. Still, spending some AP on the right gear sets might be worth it. It could give you a big advantage later on. Now, if you don't use up all your action points in one area, they'll carry over to the next one. Plus, beating an area sentinel gives you 4 extra AP to use in the next stages of the operation. Here's how a full run usually goes. In the bustling town area, aim for waypoints that match your chosen faction's color. This helps you build influence early. You'll usually get at least 1 battle per faction, and since fights give the most influence, go for those when you can. In the next zone, like the residential district or ranger's camp, your goal should be to build at least 80 influence so you can unlock the next area. When you reach places like the town center or provision lab, your target is to hit 150 influence or more to pass a big checkpoint at the end. If you want the special ending, you'll need 150 plus with all 3 factions. Pro tip: right before fighting the final sentinel, look for an encounter near it that matches your faction's color. It's often the key to unlocking the best ending. For the special ending, you'll want to trigger the gray or neutral encounter right before that final boss. In the Unicorn's operation, you and your companion can unlock something called Ability Mastery, which basically gives you special upgrades to help you explore better, fight stronger, and unlock more cool stuff along the way. There are 3 mastery paths you can work on: Battle, Explore, and Observe. You'll earn mastery points each time you finish an operation, and you can spend these points to activate abilities in the mastery tree. But here's the catch: you have to unlock each ability in order, so you can't skip ahead. You'll also get mastery points by clearing different spots on the map during a run. Once you activate a mastery ability, it stays active for the entire operation, no matter which companion you're with. Each branch gives different kinds of boosts. Battle Mastery makes your team stronger in fights and increases your damage. Explore Mastery helps you manage and stretch your action points, lets you refresh gear more often, and even visit shops for free, while Observe Mastery boosts your influence gain, lets you see hidden waypoints, and gives you extra gear slots at shops. If you're aiming for smoother runs and want to collect more influence early on, going for Observation Mastery is a good move. The game gives you gear sets that help you and your companion fight better. These sets are random most of the time, so you'll have to choose wisely. Each gear set is made up of 3 parts: a core, an amplifier, and a resonance ring. If you manage to get all 3 pieces from the same set, you'll unlock a special set bonus that boosts your combat skills a lot. You can only equip up to 9 gear pieces in one operation, which means you can activate up to 3 full sets at once. If you get a gear set you already have, it won't go to waste. It'll level up your current gear, and each one can go up to level 3. There are 14 different gear sets total, and while mixing sets is totally fine, completing a full matching set gives you the best bonus. The system also gives suggestions based on what you and your companion need, but you're always free to pick your own depending on your strategy. Alongside gear sets, you'll also pick up items during operations. These can boost your stats or even unlock hidden storylines. You'll also collect something called Kali stones, which are basically money you earn during your mission. You can spend these at the Kali shop to buy more gear or helpful items to use in your run. If this video's been insightful and valuable so far, go ahead and hit that like button. It's a simple way to let me know it's helpful to you. Once you finish a Unicorns Operation run, you'll earn Unicorns points, mastery, and gold based on how well you did. These points can be used to unlock all kinds of cool stuff like diamonds, outfits, accessories, and even awakening hearts. Basically, the better you do, the more rewards you'll get. You'll also earn diamonds just by collecting things during your run, like solving cases, grabbing gear sets, picking up items, and uncovering faction intel. By the time you've completed every love interest's operations, you'll probably have collected all the faction intel too. Gear sets are super easy to collect while you play, so whenever you spot a new one, just grab it. If you're someone who wants to 100% everything, it's best to finish all the operations first, then go back later to collect any missing cases or items. That way, you won't have to stress about messing up an ending. Also, there are special achievements tied to Unicorns operations, like buying 9 items in a single shop. So if you're the type who loves ticking off checklists, there's even more reason to keep exploring. And if you're excited about everything going on in Love and Deepspace, the next video is one you definitely don't want to miss. We're talking 4.0's biggest features, from lifestyle upgrades to wedding banners and more. I'll walk you through where to find them, what they mean, and how to make the most of everything while it's still around. So go ahead and click on that next video, and let's explore it all together. See you there!